How does my mic sound? Uh, 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 is that just gonna loop forever now? Is that just gonna loop forever now? Okay, sounds fine. Okay, today I want to um want to work on the map system. Now, um okay. Is the stream working? Yeah, it's working. Okay. Uh yeah, I want to make a map system. This guy had a good way of going about it with the tile maps. Although his game is 2D, so it works a little better, but
and import it into Unity.
I
Let's
just
click
need to
on
figure
it,
out how to use
and you can see here I've
this
just selected the most basic ones. Now first you want to make sure the texture type is set to Sprite 2D and UI. We'll then change these.
tile map. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna insert my own tile map. Just black, white, and then a gray. Uh, okay. I just need to figure out how this works. Because 2D is not my thing. Do I set it as multiple or set it as one?
Sprite mode from single to multiple.
Set it to multiple. I assume I want no point. That would make sense.
because we have multiple sprites in here. We'll also change the pixels per unit to 32. The reason why is that the size of each tile in my tile map is 32, and I want one tile to be 1 unit big. Then because we're dealing with pixel art, we want to set the filter mode to point so it doesn't get blurred out. And we can also go down here and disable
Yeah, I
compression.
want
Now if we
mine
apply
to
these
1.
settings, we can open up the sprite editor, and here we want to define each individual tile. Luckily we don't have to do all this by hand. We can
Okay. That works. So now how does this work? I don't understand how to do this. Where do I put, no, I don't put that material. I don't really understand what's
we
happening.
can simply use the slice option up here, change from automatic to grid by cell size, because we know the size of each tile. That's of course 32
In
by
this
32.
tutorial, this guy
We
doesn't
take that and
really,
use it to color in
he
the
just
whole
says he has, like he has it here, but I don't know how he got it here. Like, I don't know.
whole inside of our room. You can see if we play that we now have a nice out here to
Wish
just the
this
map layer. So
tutorial
what
was
I'm going to do
not
is use a tile map to actually
so
fill in the shape of our
nondescript,
rooms that will be
like
displayed on
words.
our map. Okay. And if you're following along just for this next part here, do not follow along because we're going to end up getting rid of it. And I just want to show how this works first. So I'm going to create a new tile map and change its layer to just the map layer. And I actually just have this white tile here. It's literally just a 1 pixel white tile that I brought in and turned into a tile. So and I actually just have this white tile here. It's literally just a 1 pixel white tile that I brought in and turned into a tile. So if we take that and use it to
He turned into a tile. Okay, how? Why would you just drop that on and not specify anything? Okay, okay, so okay, is this it? No. Oh wait, that is it. No, it should be on Twitch. Also, what's up? How's it been? How's it going? No, it should be on Twitch. And you're not late. I started like 10 minutes ago. It should be on Twitch. On my screen, it's on Twitch. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a mini map. Kind of, well, not kind of, like pretty much like Resident Evil would. Where like I want like NPCs to show up on the map. And certain items and locked doors versus unlocked doors and that kind of thing. It is so hard to do this from like a zoomed out perspective. It doesn't have to be exact. It does have to be good enough. What is this? I didn't realize that room curved. I didn't change my icon. But yeah, I haven't updated my Twitch branding in like I guess 4 years. Okay, does this autosave or what? Because now I'm concerned that this isn't gonna save. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just... Yeah, I don't know. Where'd I saved it to scenes. I don't... Oh, wait, no, this doesn't save. This just exists in the scene. I think. Okay, then how do I erase? Whoops, that's not what I want to do. That's trippy. I can probably lower it then. How do I... I don't know what I'm doing with this. This is making me feel dumb.
To color in the whole inside of our room, you can
Where did...
32 units with no offset and no padding, and we can just go ahead and hit slice. And you can see it actually automatically registers all of our tiles. I definitely recommend you go through and see if everything is here. It certainly looks. To do is create a tile map. To do that, we go to the hierarchy, right click.
On a distant world, you faced the enemy. And all the while, you were vacuuming.
I love ads.
There's
Okay.
more to imagine when you listen.
Well, the frick done. And sometimes when I'm trying to make flashy edits like this, I also get
Go to the object and select tile map. And you can see it automatically a tile map which has configurations for the layer, and a tile map renderer where you can configure stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'm done with the improved version. I thought it looked good. I was watching the re-upload where you textured it. Not the modeling, but just the texturing. I wanted to see how you did it, because in terms of modeling, I feel like my modeling skills are okay, but I don't know how to texture a lot of those things. Eight floor button panel. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be at least 7 floors, I think. But I might need to add more based off how the game goes. I actually have 9 floors planned, with one being inaccessible the whole game, but it'll still exist for story reasons. So yeah, I might actually need to add a 9th one later on.
Stuff like what material to use. But we just want to leave all that by default, and instead we want to go window and bring up all of our palettes. All of our tile assets are to switch to the brush things and then quality, and in here we'll make sure to disable anti-aliasing using our tiles. To do this, I want to switch to the brush mode. The shortcut for this is of course B, and now we can start selecting tiles inside of our tile map. So say we want to select the corner right here, and then simply move our mouse into the scene view in order to start placing these. We can also select multiple tiles if you want to paint more at a time. So I'm going to start painting away on a tiny level. You'll notice if I switch to the game view now, I have these weird
Yeah,
lines.
I
which means
don't-
need to go to edit,
It's a lot of floors, but some of them are short.
Disable anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing is meant to blur out edges in 3-dimensional graphics, but since we want very hard edges here in order to not see between the tile maps, we definitely want to have this disabled. So I've laid the foundation of my tile map here, and I want to move it kind of into the vicinity of my camera. So I'll take the selection tool, select the entire tile map, select the move tool, and then move it over. Some other tools that are handy is if you're using the brush tool and want to erase, we can simply hold down shift in order to do that. We can also select
Shift. Okay. I guess that kind of makes sense, but I just thought, this is what right click does. I thought right click would be erase. I don't know why. Okay, now what's happening? There, okay. I might make it wider, but I don't know. In my head, I just had it as like a... Like, I know it looks kind of weird, but I kind of like how weird it looks. Well, yeah, this is just for like 2D games. Like, you would use this for a 2D game. For like, you know, like platforms and stuff. But I'm trying to use this as a mini map. But then I'm gonna need to find some way to like store a picture of the mini map on the storage so that then you can access it later in the game. Because I don't want you to have to be in the area to access this, because oh, I didn't mean to open Blender. The tutorial I'm using is for a mini map, but mine's not a mini map, like an actual map.
What's up, Vankas?
Do you love Formula One?
I love Formula One.
I know you love Formula One, Matt. We have a podcast about it. I'm trying to tell the people. Listen to the Red Flags podcast, a show about the most important thing in Formula One, the drama. New episodes drop every Monday. Plus, if you follow the Red Flags podcast on Spotify, you'll also get episodes of our newest...
I don't think I did this tile map correctly. It's supposed to like store all three, I think.
Gunther, tell him. Subscribe now, you wankos.
Hey, it's Matt and Abby. We're high school sweethearts and now hosts of the Unplanned podcast.
Where every week we dive into honest, unfiltered conversations around relationships, parenting, marriage, with all the chaos and laughs that come with it.
We also host interviews with various experts, influencer couples, and reality TV personalities you won't hear anywhere else.
It's real, it's raw, and it's always entertaining, so hit play on our latest episode right here on Spotify.
A picture with, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I was thinking I could put the level design thing, like the one you saw me making last stream. Oh, I could overlay it, but because in Blender, when I'm making the levels, the sizing gets changed a little. It's just, it doesn't work exactly 1-to-1, so I couldn't really do that. Or I could, but the rooms wouldn't line up very well. I won't be rendering the whole map. It'll just be like this layer. If that makes sense. But I should only need to render it like not all the time. I should just need to render it because it's not going to be a mini map. It'll be like a full open map. So I should only need to render it every time the player opens it, and then I'll store it in storage, and then I'll just reference it from there. So it shouldn't impact performance. But we'll see, because I don't really know exactly how this is going to go. I'm just trying to think of how I want to do this. There's just like... There's a couple ways to do this. Yeah. I mean, there will be a camera involved, but... It shouldn't be like... It shouldn't impact performance at all. Well, I'm saying the camera should only like... I don't know. It's better to explain once I like actually have it. But it should be very easy to optimize. Like, I could just have the camera turn on for like just only a second when the map is loaded. I don't need it to be running every frame. Yeah. This is just gonna require like... So I'm doing this part without a tutorial because I'm kind of doing it my own way. So I'm just gonna have to like play around with a bunch of stuff till it works. Okay, okay, that doesn't work like that. But is there a way to pop this out? Okay, here. This is kind of so far what I've got. Yeah, I used to be very tutorial heavy, but I kind of like not really using a tutorial now. I disable post process. Okay, this is better. It still looks like there's like some sort of glow being applied. I think. Yeah, I just want to render the map line. So like, I mean, you're a Resident Evil fan, so I was thinking like this. You know, this is probably my favorite game of all time. So, you know, I've taken a lot of inspiration from this game. But this is kind of what I was thinking. Maybe even less detail, like not the stairs and stuff. I mean, yeah. Yeah, okay. Now you see what I'm saying. I guess I did explain myself well enough, but that's what I was trying to say. I probably won't have every item on the mini-map. I'll just put like key items, like you know, guns or keys, something that if you walked by it and missed it, you'd want to know where it is. Now that turned it all white. Yeah, I saw that project. There's just some weird lighting going on, like I don't want post-processing applied to this. This off. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that room mechanic. Also, I don't like that. Just seems like it would require so much more work to, because you first have to like figure out if the player's been close enough to an item. Well, that I guess that's a bit different, but just like you want an item to show up on the mini map, you have to make sure that the player first sees the item but didn't pick it up. But now I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. I'm just gonna put a gun here and then try and make this show up on the minimap. I just don't know how to do it. Okay, first I need to make like a map controller, or I'll just call it map system. I want a script that I can like just put on an object, and then that script one way or another will harvest, like, I don't know how I'm going to transfer the data, but that script will have the data of whatever I want to show on the map. I think okay. It's just going to be like a messy solution. I'm gonna have to make this abstract, I think. You have to make... Hold on, I'm gonna try something. I don't know. I might have to, like... I mean, like any system that's ever made, there's gonna have to be some, like, refactoring.
That's why there's Spotify's advertising. Will help your business turn up the volume and reach an engaged audience that's
I forget if it okay, a class doesn't need to be abstract to inherit from it. That's the first time I've actually not done that. Okay, so public string, like just information to convey, and then public right icon to display, and then somehow, well, not, I mean, this shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna have to equal find all objects by type map object on map sort mode, I guess exclude, and then no sorting, okay, I guess I'll need a canvas. Oops. Okay, I'll need a canvas to paste the icons on. I guess it doesn't have to be a canvas. Could, because I think you can just drag sprites. Might just do that instead. I don't know why everything's lagging. Maybe I'll restart Unity. I'll restart Unity in a minute. It just lags out after a while. I don't know why. Like, I mean, you can just drag a I mean, yeah, I guess you can just drag a sprite in. My disk isn't like, oh, I don't know why I opened Task Manager. I mean, 94 gigabytes is kind of full, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be that full. 200 gigabytes of free space seems like a lot. I don't know. I think it's just Unity. But this is kind of weird. Oh my god. No, it's my memory? Unity is using all 32 gigabytes. Like, oh my god. I don't know. There's not that much stuff that I could just like delete, I guess. I don't know. No, it's just Unity like hogging all of my memory. I don't even know how that's possible. I just think in the editor especially the garbage collection just isn't good. Yeah, 32 gigs. I don't... You'd think 32 gigabytes would be enough, you know. Just enough. You wouldn't need more than that. Yeah. Well, I used to edit videos. I had an old YouTube channel. And yeah, I would often hit that like 15, 16 gigabyte, you know, threshold where everything started to slow down. So, you know, 32 gigabytes was actually not a whole lot more than 16. And it was on sale. I was like, yeah, I think 32 gigabytes is fair. It's probably like, it's definitely like a good upgrade. Or like, you know, if you get like 24 gigabytes or something. I think they do sell that. It's uncommon though. Wait. Oh, other way around, I think. Context. Menu. Test. Yeah, a good PC is definitely... I mean, at least you're able to run, you know, Substance Painter and the other programs you use. But yeah, I mean, a good PC goes a long way. That's true. Limited resources is good. You know, I always like the concept of writing yourself into a corner and having to write yourself out of a corner. Wait, why did I put object? No, I want... Okay. The autocorrect was confusing me there. Oh, I see. That's what's tripping it up. I don't know if it'll let me instantiate it like this. It won't. Okay, Okay, then obj2.add component right render. equals obj dot icon to display. I mean, I don't have Substance Painter, so I wouldn't be able to use the materials unless, you know, there's a pirated Substance Painter, but I haven't looked into that. But I need to just watch the rest of your stream to see like how you did the screws and stuff. Did you just like, is Substance Painter, do you just like drag on the screws and it kind of like applies? Or is the process more like complicated than that? Okay, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna go about this a different way. I'm going to make empty game object. Go. What? No. It's not what I meant to do. What material did it just create? Okay, that is not what I meant to do. Okay, how does it... Okay. So is the size here based off pixel size? That's what I'm trying to figure out. The front screws were baked from geometry. Yeah, that's just what I was wondering, because like those small details, that's where I get lazy and use a 3D model, which hurts performance when I really should use a texture. So, okay, this is so weird. So the size of the sprite is not based off the scale of the object, it's based off the... I guess it's based off the pixel count. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. I don't like that. That means every icon will have to be the same size, which is fine. That's actually fine. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Where am I? Oh, I'm viewing it this way. Wait, no. I'm viewing it this way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cylindrical objects are definitely... Any type of organic object with a lot of curves and stuff, as opposed to just square shapes. Although that's what I like about this game, is that this game is very robotic and geometric, so it should just have a lot of sharp angles. Now this minimap system will work like for all the levels, hopefully. That's the goal, but it'll only be like one floor per level, or at least that's how I'm conceptualizing it. So if I add multiple floors to one area, where it's not, you know, where you're not easily able to tell like the difference, that might start getting annoying. But I should be able to fix that problem like when I come across it. Yeah, I'm just so lazy with UVs because I don't know. I just like you know, I see how long you spend on the models and in the projects, and it's like I just don't think I could spend that much attention on each individual prop unless I got a really like quick workflow with it. But like, okay, wait, where's a better example? I think RE2 would be a better example. Yeah, so like I'm going to have these tabs at the top, kind of thing where you can go through each floor, but I will not have this individual floor thing, but I might need to add that. Yeah, I mean, I know it harms my quality, but it also, in a way, it keeps me sane. Like it makes sure I actually get my projects done. I mean, I don't know. Like I'd rather, you know, if I obsess over every detail, then it you know, I don't want to spend 3 years making a game. So it's just a balancing act where you don't want to go too fast, but you don't want to go too slow. Yeah, it would also help if I had the tools. So like, you know, maybe Substance Painter might be worth it. Or if I can find, you know, a free version. Another thing is like, yeah, with my first game, but I don't remember where I was going with this, but like with my first game, making a 3D model and making a level felt really difficult, but slowly you build on more, like your workflow becomes faster, so you add on more stuff as you go. Like, you know, with my like, yeah, you can send me some links. So like it's like what might have felt like a difficult workflow, like for a 3D model or for an area or for code, now feels easy, if that makes sense. I want to find an example. I can't think of an example. But I have examples, I just can't think of them. Okay, this for example. I didn't model hands, or I didn't animate hands in this itch.io project because it felt like a big task. But then once I got more practice on it and improved my workflow, suddenly it became a lot easier to add hands and animate the hands because I was just okay with spending the time to add hands because I felt more confident in my workflow, I guess. So go instantiate icon prefab. And I need to make sure this icon prefab is on the map layer. I have Discord closed, so I guess I should check Discord. Because I assume that's where you sent the links. If Discord wanted to open. Yeah, I'm glad you understand the process. It's very like, yeah, it's very relatable. And then having to, you know, relearn it. Yeah, you just have to make sure you're practicing and reinforcing the same skills. Okay, what? Okay, I don't need to add the sprite render anymore. I'll leave that there as a reminder, but right now I'm not going to mess with the individual icons. I'm just going to see if the positioning works. Okay, so obj.transform 2 equals obj.transform.position. And then I guess I should put new vector 3. Obj.transform.position.x. And then I want in the middle here, I'll put map in scene dot instance dot map in scene dot transform dot position. Yeah, I relate to that a lot. But everyone learns in their own way, I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't need the links, you know, now. It's just, yeah, it's something that I'm gonna have to learn eventually. Okay, so I'll put map in scene here. Like that. Actually, it'd be better to have map in scene here. Map system. Okay, and then the hunting rifle I want to add. Object on map.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Oh, wait, it actually worked. That candlestick that I'm hovering over, you can see my cursor, right? Yeah. That one is right where the hunting rifle is. Wow, that actually, I'm actually making faster progress on this than I thought. I mean, yeah, on one hand, it's better to learn good practices, but I mean, I'm learning some good practices in my own way, like, on a lot of game dev forums, you'll see people not complaining. Well, they'll call themselves a game dev, but like most of them have never released a game. Some of them not even like an itch.io project. So like I'm trying to learn not to spend too long on one. Like I feel like I've learned some good habits in some ways, like pacing myself and that kind of thing, like releasing on time, hitting deadlines. But yeah, so I have some good habits, but you know, I need to get into like the learning habits. I mean, I'm happy right now. Okay, so candlestick. Okay, now for the item on map. Public item object. I'll just call that item. Then I want to get information. I want the information to be the item dot display name localized. Why is that? Oh, dot display. Wait. It's get localized string. Okay. Again, that's using the localized version. So I actually am trying to set myself up. Item dot. Do I display? There. And then I need to go back into the map system. Put the sprite render dot sprite equals obj dot. Now this animate the elevator buttons. Yeah, I guess that's actually a good idea. I didn't even think about that. That would be good for polish. I mean, I was gonna make them light up. I guess. Yeah, I was gonna make them light up. I also noticed that in the file you sent me, wherever it is. Okay, maybe I moved it. Oh wait, no, it's right there. Okay. I noticed that the emissive texture doesn't actually have anything. So the buttons don't light up or anything. But at some point I was, wanting them to light up when you click. Well, I was wanting them to stay light, all the time. And then once you click it, it would change colors or something. That would require having... Unity's so weird about materials. That actually might be more complicated. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know why. Okay. Hunting rifle. And then I'll need to add text. Okay, should I make... I don't know, I'll get your opinion on this. Should I make the text, like... Well, okay, I'll propose it. What am I doing? I'm going here. Freaking test. Yeah. That's the issue, yeah. That's the issue with the UVs, is that... I don't know. How I would do it... there's really no way of doing it well in Unity because you can't just... It's just like just changing one button would be so annoying. I think the better way to do it would be to put like a decal over the texture, and then you just move the decal to whichever lights up. So like you would use fake emission, you wouldn't actually have it. And I'll get to that another time, I guess. Okay, see, this is the issue I was talking about, where the hunting rifle is clearly way too large. But I'll fix that later. But when the player hovers over, like, should the text that says hunting rifle, should that be displayed when you hover over it, or should that just display like on top anyways? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I would personally prefer hover, because if you have every item with text above it, it's going to make everything cluttered. Why can't I zoom this in more? Oh, is it because this is like low resolution? I need to look at the Resident Evil 7 again. Or the Resident Evil 2, it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to copy it, but I'm just trying to see how the doors look. Okay, so the doors like protrude. Yeah, hovering text is better, yeah. UV pieces to other coordinates. Yeah, I think I kind of know what you're talking about. Yeah, hovering would be better. Okay, I'm gonna make... text hover box. Yeah, I just want to make it clear that I'm looking at how they did a specific thing. I'm not using it like as a one-to-one recreation. I'm just trying to see like mainly does like color wise, like what colors they're using. Public string. Wait, I don't think I need a script for... Actually, there's a couple ways I could do this. You know, I actually don't think I need a script. Well, okay, okay, yeah, okay. I don't need a script for that. Or I could do a script for that. Now I'm just unsure what I should do. So I could do this multiple ways. I'll just do it this way. Yeah, information is fine. I'll just call it text. Text and then public game object. Hover object. Public void start. Hover object dot add a... Alright. Extensions. I made this extension so long ago, and I've used it so many times. It just adds an event to an object, and it's so... so helpful. Okay, Pointer enter. That's what I'm looking for. Public void. Pointer enter. Public void. Exit. I think you're supposed to write delegate pointer. Wow, okay, I actually remembered how to do that. Text. Okay, wait. Public. Okay, my uppercase T button doesn't work. What? 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 Okay, that was so weird. It was not letting me type an uppercase T, but it was letting me type in a lowercase t. I'm so confused. I don't understand. Yeah, 7-hour difference is pretty brutal. Yeah, it's morning for you. It's 1 a.m. for me. So text box dot text. Yes. This is kind of as far as I know, this is about to be a really bad way to do this, where I'm going to do obj2.get component in children. Then I'm going to get text hover box. Like, this is a horrible way to do it, because this relies on the text hover box being present in the object. But it's okay. For like a solo dev, this is fine. But I just know, like, the cross-referencing of like obscure scripts is kind of weird. Like, I know that's not like, I don't think this would be like a common thing, but maybe I'm wrong. J dot information. And information whoa, did everything just, okay, I thought everything just crashed. Obj.information should always be already localized. So I should just be able to set this. I shouldn't have to worry about it. I think this is fine. Should I put this as the text? Okay, I'm rewriting this. So I won't rewrite that. So I will have to rewrite. And then I'll have to change that. Does that need I can make a 3D one, right?
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing zero sugar cola. Listen to that endless pour. If it sounds this good, just
Okay, it's already rotated.
so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide. Swing by Refuel and grab 2 Pepsi 20-ounce bottles for just $4.50. Stay refreshed with Pepsi at Refuel. Hurry, this deal on Pepsi won't last.
With Premium, you get to focus on the music. Explore a vast catalog of millions of songs without hearing ads, or download your playlist to listen to them anywhere. You can also play your favorite songs in any order, with the freedom to skip forward and backward as much as you'd like. Your audio, your control. Tap the banner to learn more.
What's up, Vankas?
Do you love Formula One?
I love Formula One.
I know you love Formula One, Matt. We have a podcast about it. I'm trying to tell the people. Listen to the Red Flags podcast, a show about the most important thing in Formula One, the drama. New episodes drop every Monday. Plus, if you follow the Red Flags podcast on Spotify, you'll also get episodes of our newest show, Vanka Hours with Gunter Steiner, dropping every Wednesday following race weeks.
Gunther, tell him. Subscribe now, you wankos.
Wait, I can't. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, that's so weird. Oh, wait. This outputs to a render texture, so I can't physically hover over anything. Oh, that's weird. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, because this has to be some kind of like static menu in a way. So I actually can't. It's so weird. Yeah. It's better this way. I mean, this is what I have to do. Wow, I just didn't think about it. Yep. I can't. It's not letting me type uppercase T. I don't know why. It's such, like, sometimes it will. It's so weird. Yeah, I guess it's better like this, but yeah, it's just a bit weird. Okay, well, yeah. Because I'm gonna store this render texture to an actual, like, well, not a render texture, but an actual photo, and then that'll be stored, and then that'll, like, be stored on disk, and then you'll be able to cycle through them. But, you know, if I store a photo on disk, you can't really hover over something on a photo. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Now that's making me rethink my whole approach, but I can't really think of a better way to do this. Okay, I'll have to make that text like... Well, I'll keep the text white, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the color of this a lot darker. Is that live update? A game, like, he made a game as one huge 23 gigabyte level. Oh, that's horrible. A level really shouldn't be more than a few gigs. Who knows what he was thinking. Yeah, that's bad. How did he respond to that? I mean, even with my game, my first itch.io project, like there's like 15 levels or something, all like, I mean, they were turned off, but they were all technically in one scene. But it was a little different than that. But even that scene wasn't huge because it was very low poly, so that scene probably wasn't more than 2 gigabytes. Yeah, I can't imagine making a scene more than a few gigs. That's really bad. Okay, wait, why is the text behind the... Okay. Oh, it's because it's a 3D object, not a... Okay. Parenting in the canvas and then parenting in like the real 3D system, I forgot, is totally different. You have to put it up one. That's the wrong way. That would be the right way if we were in global access, but we're not. $16-minute load time. Yeah, that's really bad. I mean, I know my game had some optimization errors, but you know, the silver lining, I guess, was that even on the lowest settings, it was still playable for everyone. You know, so like, you know, the experience may have not been the best on lowest settings, but there's always a way to play. You know. Yeah, 16 minutes. It's really bad. Yeah, I was messing with that game earlier today. And like I hate URP on Unity. HDRP is just so much more like intuitive, robust, and like just so much easier to actually understand what's happening. URP is like so locked down. Like it just kind of does everything for you, but not in a good way, where it's like good for outdoor scenes but terrible for like indoor dark horror scenes. And I'll get the update out at some point. Hopefully this month. How the maps are. Yeah. So I've only made one HDRP texture. Like I don't know exactly how to make them. I already forgot how I made the first one. Where? What even was it? This one? No, that's just green. What? I don't remember what I made it for. I made it for metal. No. I don't remember, but like you have to put like you have to put like the smoothness into the alpha channel, the ambient occlusion into like the green channel, the metallic into like the red color channel, and then the something else for getting into the green channel. What texture did I make that for? A part of a preset but require manual packing. So like you have to pack the layers together. I feel like I kind of understand what you're saying, but only kind of. I swear I made a test with like how to. I don't know. I swear I made a texture with the URP. Not the layers, but channels. Channels. Interesting. So kind of like what I'm describing. I know I made a texture, but I just can't remember where I made it. What would I have even made it for? An enemy? I don't know. Not an enemy. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm not sure if your texture that you made me was correct with URP. I'll actually look at it real quick. So here was the button panel. So yeah, so I mean, it looks fine in Unity, but yeah, I have no idea if, I mean, yeah, I guess I should assume that it's all done right, but I'm just not. I just don't know. Or HDRP just does such a different way of messing with it. Why was that so quiet? Why is the 3D I'm so confused. Why are the 3D sounds so quiet? Yeah. I understand what you're saying with the Photoshop. Cause like I did it once, but I don't know. I don't think I was sure that I did it right. Why? What is happening? Why are the 3D sounds not working? So I improved some of the sound and the shaking as the elevator goes up. Although it was my my memory is so limited that it lagged a lot there. But I think when it's not lagging, the elevator is quite immersive. So here's how the panel looks in game. I actually did I think you only had 8 of these or something. Or maybe I'm wrong, but I had to like move this one up. So I did a little repositioning on these, but otherwise I kept it pretty much the same. Yes, yeah, violent. I wanted to like, keep it like, I don't know. That's just the vibe I was going for. I'm happy with how it turned out. But yeah, I think your panel fit in quite nicely. I mean, you already said you're making an improvement, so I'll just wait till I get that. I mean, it's fine. I think the problem was like I think just the labels that you had next to the buttons weren't parallel, I think, but I don't know. I don't remember exactly what the problem was. But it's fine. I mean, it's all good right now. Twitch is down. That's weird. Okay, it should be back up if you refresh. Did it like do the thing where it like cuts out? I did lower the bit rate, so hopefully that doesn't happen, but yeah, it works. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I can't tell if it's, I mean, it's definitely, the other times it definitely was my end, so I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so first I'm gonna redo this tile map. I do not like how this tile map came out. How do I resize it? Um, okay, how do I resize this? Rectangular tile map. Is that not the same size? How do I resize this? Okay, I'm so confused. Do I need to create a whole new grid? I'm confused. Or can I just scale it down? Maybe scaling it down will work. Okay, well now that seems way too small. Let's put it at point 0.75. Oh. Okay. And I need to figure out how I'm gonna do doors because should I section these rooms off and then add the doors afterward? Or should I kind of it's like it's just like when you start making a system on your own, there's lots of different ways you can do it. Yeah, that all sounds good. I mean, I just want like just the labels to be parallel and uh 9 buttons, I guess. I don't like I get what you're saying with the UV manipulations, but I just don't know if that can work in Unity. Like yeah, I don't know like how well that'll work in Unity. Yeah, due to time zone difference, I'll probably miss most of that stream. Well, depending on what time you do it, I guess. But I'll try and watch some if I'm awake, but yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream for. I honestly was like I could have streamed like in the past few days, but like kind of lazy and like I was getting time in, but I was not getting like times where I could get like 3 hours for sure. So I just went live tonight just to randomly like motivate myself. Yeah, I mean I know the technology is old, it's just Unity like I don't know. I was in a it was kind of a different situation, but like I was trying to get the emissive what do you call it? The emissive variable from a material, and I was doing everything the documentation said, like perfectly. Like I was following the documentation like 1-to-1 and it just was not working. But that was with like material shader property stuff, so I don't know. It's a bit different, but still weird. Okay, so I might still scale this down because it's a little boxy even then. Okay, yeah, and I'll probably stream for another 30 minutes maybe. What was I gonna do? What would be a good icon for the player? Okay, well first I need to make everything needs to be the same size as this. So what this is 512. No, that's 1024. Okay, 1024 by 1024. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be about textures, now it's about shaders. Okay, so Well, yeah, I'm thinking a cyborg thing, but for now I'm just gonna do something lazy as a placeholder uh because of the main character's look isn't finalized, and yeah, no, I'm just gonna do something temporary. Jeez, my game really is lagging. Oh my lord. Dude, I think Streamlabs is like also using a lot of memory. Okay, player icon. Did that not save? I meant to save that. I'm gonna close. Sometimes you need to close Visual Studio because Visual Studio can also build up quite a lot of lag. Okay, so if I move my character... Oh my lord, dude. I promise this isn't the game. This is just... This is almost all RAM, I'm sure. Okay, there. The red icon is not on the right. What do you call it? It's not on the right, like, elevation, but it's there. And too large, probably. Map system is the one I need. Yeah, I'll be right back while Visual Studio opens. You sent me a mock-up image. Let me check it out. Yeah, I mean that's, I don't know. I think that might be a bit overkill. It does, yeah, it doesn't really match the main character, but I'll just continue with my placeholder. I think, I don't know, that icon might, I don't know. This might, like, I'm planning, like, once I get some money to, like, make my own, or not make my own, pay somebody to make a few things for the game. Where did I'm trying to find, where did I put that at? Did I, okay, where did I put this? Okay, I found where I put it. Okay, well that's a bad one. Well, okay, well I can't use this because, yeah, I couldn't use this, but I could crop the player's face right here, but I did make a couple of these. This one probably needs some more work. Is Pika OMG supposed to be like a Twitch emote? Because I don't think I have that stuff enabled. Also, this chat, I just realized this chat box is supposed, okay, wow, the chat, okay. Yeah, this chat box is supposed to be displaying. I forgot about that. It was actually hidden behind the display capture. But, okay. Yeah, the emote does appear there now. Now that I have the chat working. Oh wait, I forgot to click transition. There we go. Okay, you'll see it in a few seconds. Yeah. There. Okay, yeah. I forgot. I was like wondering why that chat would never appear. Because it was hidden behind my display capture. Oh yeah, I guess I could use that and actually I don't know if this displays YouTube chat is the thing because I don't know because it like when you were chatting on YouTube it doesn't display that in my Twitch in the street. There's like a chat on Streamlabs and it didn't show it there. So I'm not sure if YouTube would show there or not. I guess I could test it. I also need to set up default tags on my YouTube stream. It says I have 4 viewers, but I don't know if that's right. Yeah, I only see 2 in the Twitch. I don't know. Maybe it's just wrong. What you'd think it would be displaying the restream chat, and the restream chat is just both the chats, but we'll I mean I don't see my YouTube chat yet, so I guess not. Yeah, I don't see my YouTube chat, so I guess not. What you'd think it would be. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I mean, it should. I didn't really. I mean, I kind of looked for an option, but I didn't see an option for which chat to display last time I checked. So I don't know. Well, whatever. I'll worry about that after stream. Yeah. Yeah, it just doesn't show. I see it in like my restream chat, but not the chat box or the Streamlabs chat. Okay, anyways, what? I forget what I was doing. I was going to make. I was gonna actually like make a map button. Did you run into any uh like control issues with the game? Like I don't know how that works across countries that have different languages. So I mean you guys for sure have different keyboards, but I don't know the specifics. Like I assume WASD translates to something else. I mean, of course it would. So, but your keyboard is literally in English, not Ukrainian. If so, that's weird. Wait, Ukraine doesn't share the same alphabet, right? Yeah, it definitely doesn't. The keyboard is this. Oh, it has. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. That's what I was kind of imagining. That. Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, I wasn't talking about Russian. I meant just like to English. Did I say Russian? I didn't mean to. If I did. Yeah, the knife toggle. But I didn't know if there's like, I guess if you use the same keyboard, it's fine. Okay, what is even happening here? That scale open. We pass in. Wait, what does this use? Uh. Yeah, so I have a whole like new way I set up UI in the game. Where now you can use like there's like a universal back button that'll like take you out of the current menu. But with the old game, it was kind of hard coded in each menu what the back button does, and it was just like not a good system. But, like now, theoretically, I could have every UI in the game open, and I could exit through them one by one without like you weird, cases happening. Yeah, good UI. Not just good looking, but good feeling. Good responsiveness. I watched a Code Monkey short. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but recently he said that if you're looking for something to polish in your game first, the best thing to polish first would be UI. SCP-5K. Is this an actual SCP game? I'm not very familiar with any SCP games, but I mean, it looks cool. The level design being bad is kind of, I don't know. I feel like level design can be kind of easy to get wrong, but I feel like, I mean, if it's really like that, like obvious that it's that bad, I feel like that's pretty bad. Like, I feel like level design can be boring, but just being outright bad, that's pretty bad. Dude, this lag is at, like, this is all just RAM lag, I think. Yeah, I'm 98% memory. Why? Like, why though? Wait, have I had the well, yeah, the profiler definitely can't help. Oh, was it I think it was like mostly the profiler. Oh my lord. I think it was like 25% profiler. I mean, the memory's... Why is the memory so high? It should not be this high. I've never had it get this high. I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, I would like to do higher detail, but I mean, if I had the money to pay people and the time to do some of it on my own, I mean, that would be about what's needed. Yeah, I mean, references I could do. I mean, it's mostly time, but also some laziness. Like, I mean, of course, I mean, technically I have the time. I mean, if I wanted to spend, you know, I mean, it might delay the game by months and months if I spend that much detail on everything, but I mean, in theory, I would have the time. You know, I mean, in theory, everyone has the time. It's just, do you have the will to spend the time on it, if you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Months, if not years. I mean, I expect this game to take... Yeah, burnout is, you know, that's the part you're contending with. But I expect this game to take at least a year and a half. But I'm kind of just, I don't know. No pressure. Oh my lord, dude. My RAM is so... I might have to close and reopen Unity again, because I just don't know how it's this bad. Why are there two audio listeners? Oh, there's one on the minimap camera. Oh, that's why the 3D audio was so quiet. It was listening from that camera. That makes more sense. I'm not sure what you were replying to with the sure, no problem, but I mean, it's whatever. I didn't think there was any problem, so it's all good. What was the button? M. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Oh my lord, the lag is killing me. Okay. Oh well. Okay. I forgot to clear the duplications, so so now, okay. Now it's gonna keep recreating it. The development time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so I need to add these to array. I'm gonna close Unity, I guess. This is just unbearable. Quit Discord, exit Riot client, close that, quit that. Exit Steam. Okay, now let's see what the... Yeah, now we're at 23 gigabytes. Or not 23 gigabytes, 23%. I'm just gonna let it go down for a minute. It should start going down. Hopefully. I mean, what's using most of it now? What the... Okay, what is... Okay, mostly Visual Studio. Streamlabs actually doesn't use that much. What is this? I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure that's actually... Yeah, that was actual... That was Visual Studio stuff, so I should not have closed that. Wait, weird. When I was complaining about not being able to capitalize my T's, like it won't let me hold Shift and T at the same time. That is so weird. I have no idea why it's like that. I don't know what I did to make it so I can't hold Shift and T to make a capital T. I don't know what caused that. No, I don't have caps lock on. Like the T won't type at all. Like if I open Google and press Shift T, I'm holding Shift and pressing T and just nothing. I'll just restart my PC tonight and I'm sure it'll be fixed, but that's such a weird little thing. I mean, like the T key works, which is the weird part. Like the T key obviously works. It's just like Shift T doesn't. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's not my Shift key being stuck. I don't know what the problem is. Like, my keyboard looks fine. I think it's literally, I think, I don't know. It's just so weird. What? Okay, why did okay, game object, all object. How do I handle this? Okay, I just said, okay. I need to add all objects. Well, this should actually be a list. Okay, now that should be most of the problems fixed. That'll probably be the last thing I do tonight. I mean, I stay up late anyways. It's kind of just what's happened now. Now if I click, okay, the map did not open. Why? Oh, I know why. Okay, there we go. Now if I move, okay. So if I go right next to the hunting rifle, I'm on it. I move away and I open the map, I'm away. Okay, this actually was a lot, like, easier than I thought it would be. Yeah, this actually turned out a lot easier than I thought it would be. It's still saving the maps, and then putting all the doors and stuff is gonna be, it might be annoying. But so far, it's actually pretty good. Oh, wait, well. Yeah, wait. So if I pick that up, does it disappear? No. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that doesn't... Weird. Okay, wait, why doesn't that... That should disappear, right? Okay, that's because that piece of code should not be firing there. That should be firing here. Yeah, my eyes sometimes get sore, but luckily I'm young. Okay, so now... Okay, final thing. Oh, again, I forgot to set that. Okay, hunting rifle's there. I pick it up. Now it's not there. Now it's good. Okay. Okay, well, maybe I'll do one. I want to make this a bit smaller. I assume, okay, well, first let me make sure it actually is copying the size, because I'm not sure if it's actually copying the size. Yeah, I'm super happy with like how fast I was able to get this done, because originally I thought I'd have to manually place everything, but then I realized that that's just way too much work for me. That's kind of where I like my laziness. That's where my laziness comes in, is because I'll find a more efficient way to do something. Okay, so the scale does work. You know, like, I'll find a more efficient way to do something, and I'm fine with that. You know, I'm not just gonna like manually place everything. You know, every door, like every door icon, I mean. Because, you know, placing the door in the game and then placing it on the mini-map, you have to do everything twice, and that would just be insane. So now yeah, work smarter, not harder, so... Well, now I'm gonna scatter this everywhere. There we go. Why? Okay. That's blurry for some reason. Yeah, I don't... Oh, it's... Oh, okay, that's... Is that the render texture? I don't... Wait. I think... The render texture might have filtering. Yeah, it has a bilinear filter applied. Which, for UI elements, you don't... Well, for this especially, you wouldn't want that, I don't think. Okay, that didn't fix it. I think it's just low quality. Is partially the issue. This, do those work in Unity? I don't know if those work for Unity, but I mean, I don't know. Like those just have like infinite size. Like those are like not bad file size, but they have like infinite quality, I think, or something like that. Easily scalable. Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I could use that, but this isn't a problem. This is a problem with the text, I think. The text is the part that's blurry, not the icon, I think. I think it's just because I'm scaling something up and down. It's kind of all weird. Well, anyway, that's all I'm gonna do tonight. I'm tired. Yeah. Thanks for watching, dude. Hopefully, you know, I'll remember to tag my streams, and hopefully, people will actually start watching. Check dynamic scaling. Okay, I'll write that on like a checklist. I have like my own Discord chat that I use as a checklist, so I'll just do that. Like there was a checkbox for that. Okay, on the text. You're sure it was different than auto scaling? Because auto size might be different. But yeah, I'll look for that tomorrow. Okay, that's yeah, again, hopefully more people start tuning into the stream, because I don't know, I thought I'd see at least a few people like here and there. Sure it was different, but I've just been getting like bots, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching, dude. Yeah, no problem. Okay, yeah.